Hi, good evening, folks. In this video, I found an article I think was kind of fun, and I want to share it with you guys. It's a Sabres fan survey that was on The Athletic. Let's look at it coming up. All right, before I get started, there's going to be 18 questions, okay? There was 23 altogether. I took 5 out that I didn't find were that huge, they just weren't that big a deal, I thought, so I took 5 out to shorten the video. So let's get right into it. I got a lot of clips to do, but I'm going to move as quick as I can. I'm going to try to get this video in around 15 minutes, if possible. I might be stretching it thinking that, but this was fun. I had fun with this, so I want you guys, hopefully this will be fun for you guys too. So here's the first clip. And there you see it there. Sabres fan survey results, prospects, needs, Patrick Kane, booing the Pagulas, and more. And we're going to go right into it. There's 18, okay? 18 things that were pulled, and the Buffalo fans basically replied to this. So let's take a look at it and see the results. All right, here's the first one. Says, how optimistic are you about the Sabres' future? And you can see 62.7% said 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5 got 16%. 19.9 got 5 on 5. Nice to see that, eh? And then you got, well, if you look at the bottom, it really says it all. 8 out of 10 fans are in the upper tier of optimism, including 20% who couldn't be more stoked. Of the 2,979 people who answered this question, only 4 clicked the answer, the lowest level of optimism. That's nice to hear for this guy, because I know just how much negativity's been out there for years, and it's nice to see that the fans are starting to have hope again. Makes me feel good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here we go. Who should be the Sabres' next captain? And it says Alex Tuch made an immediate impact, vaulting to the top of the class in just 6 months with the organization. Acquired as the centerpiece of the Jack Eichel trade, Tuch is the choice of more than 70% to wear the C after Eichel. Alternate captain Kyle Okposo has a nice support to get a promotion for the final season of his 7-year deal. So if you look there, you see Tuch had 70.1%, Okposo had 23.1%. And then, you could see the pie, how it cuts. Dahlin's the orange, Dylan Cousins is the green, and whoever else is in the purple. No surprise there. No surprise there. I think the majority of us feel Alex Tuch should be the captain. Although I'd understand if it was Okposo too. I would. I'd be down for it. Whatever it takes. Whatever that feels right to that dressing room is what they're going to do, guys. It's not what we want, Next clip. When will the Sabres make the playoffs? I like this one. There was 2,999 responses. And if you look, the majority of us felt 59.6, not next year, the year after. But next year, 33.5 believe. And 20, 24, and 25 or later, and a certain chunk there still. As optimistic as fans are, they're also taking a grounding approach. Nearly 6 out of 10 say the playoffs are 2 seasons away. Though 33% feel next spring will feature postseason games, the majority think another year of seasoning will be needed for the young core to overtake teams at the top of the Atlantic Division. I understand both. I'm optimistic for next year, but I understand why the majority of the fans feel the year after. I get that. Next clip. Let's keep it moving. Be honest, did you believe Tage Thompson would grow into a top line center? Yes or no? 86% said no, 14% lied and said yes, because there's no way 14% of us believed, sorry, no. Just 6 minutes after launching the survey on Twitter, the response appeared. Anyone who says that they believe Tage would be as good as he is a liar. I wouldn't go that far. After all, I wrongly projected him to be Buffalo's breakout player in 2021 last year under Kruger. But there was definitely a small minority of Tage Thompson believers before this season. The 24-year-old has proven 86% wrong with a stellar showing. I don't believe 14% thought that he'd be doing what he's doing now. That's so far-fetched. I don't buy it. But some people maybe convinced themselves they did. I was one of the 86%. I'll tell you right now, there's absolutely no way. There was no way I thought Tage was going to do what he did this year. No way. All right, next clip. And let me open it. Who will cement his place as the Sabres second-line center next season? 3,000 responses. 59.2 says Dylan Cousins. 20.3. Casey Middlestat, 20.4. And Peyton Krebs, 20.3. Fans are hoping for a Thompson-like breakthrough for Dylan Cousins next season. The 21-year-old has had his moments, like goals in 3 straight games spanning November and December. But consistency is taking time to arrive as expected. Still, Cousins had more second-line support than Peyton Krebs and Casey Middlestat combined. I don't think he'll have a breakout year like Tage Thompson, but I'll tell you what, I was wrong about Tage Thompson. I hope I'm wrong about Dylan Cousins too. I'd be happy if he got 20 to 25 goals next year. Next one. Who is your favorite player on the roster? 2,994 responses. The Sabres certainly have a well-rounded team. There were 22 players who got votes as fan favorites, led by Tuck at 32.3%, then Rasmus Dahlin at 23.4%, Cousins at 11.3%, Thompson at 9.4%, and Skinner at 7.9%. You'll notice that Cody Eakin is some people's favorite player. I thought that was funny. I don't hate Eakin. I don't. I know some Sabres fans have had it with him. I don't mind Eakin. He's a hard worker. He wins faceoffs. He doesn't cost a lot. All right. Next clip. Let's keep it rolling. Which prospect are you most excited about? Again, it's always about 3,000 responses. No point in talking about how many responses. All right. So in a 2-man race with Power and Quinn heading toward the future neck and neck, the first-round picks have certainly earned their standing, with Quinn tearing it up in the AHL and Power excelling at every step he's made. J.J. Peterka finished third at 6.8%. So Owen Power is 47.9%. Jack Quinn is 44.3%. In other words, we're excited about both of them, guys. I'm excited about both of them. So let's keep it rolling. Next one. Which prospect will have the better career? 82.1% say Owen Power, and 17.9% say Jack Quinn. While Power and Quinn both get the juices flowing, more than 82% expect Power to have the better career. The defenseman was the number 1 selection in the 2021 draft for a reason. I think if we would have took Beniers instead of, then we could make the argument. I feel the same way. I think Owen Power is going to be a monster. So hopefully it happens, and in comes the next big wave of big defensemen in our team. Next clip. Who is Buffalo's goalie of the future? And Devin Levi got 71.4%. UPL got 18.7%. Eric Portillo got 9.9%. In the opening days of the survey, word surfaced that Eric Portillo will head back to Michigan for another season, which will put him on the doorstep of unrestricted free agency. Not surprisingly, his support nosedived. But it didn't matter. Portillo was at only 17% when the decision was announced, which was in the neighborhood as UPL. Levi vaulted to the top early in the voting and stayed there. The Northeastern netminder was 21-10-1 with 10 shutouts, a .952 save percentage, and a 1.54 goals against average, numbers that easily add up to 71.4%. I think all of us are really on the Devin Levi train, guys, at this point. Okay, let's move it again. Aside from goalie, what is the Sabres' biggest need? Center, winger, right defense. And you can see right defense dominates at 65.2. I think that's pretty clear for all of us. A winger at 20.7, a center at 14.1. I'm surprised 14% of our fans think we need centermen. It's kind of funny. Not surprisingly, fans surveyed on the right side of the blue line and saw holes. The Sabres have a nice stable of lefties, including Dahlin, Power, Samuelsson, Bryson, and prospect Ryan Johnson. But the only NHL right-handers signed for next season are Jokiharju and Fitzgerald. Buffalo is experimenting with Dahlin and Bryson on the right side, but the odds are a good natural righty will be on the way. I 100% agree with that. I think the Sabres will try to address that need. And I'm one of those fans. Guys, for me, these are professionals. They can play the left or right side if they're, either they're always capable. But for the natural ability, I get it. I get the need. Okay, next one. Should the Sabres make a big splash in free agency this summer? 69% say no, 31% say yes. The time will come when Buffalo is 1 or 2 pieces away from being a true Stanley Cup contender. That time is not this summer. A solid 69% say that the organization should keep its checkbook in the drawer this offseason. That would also benefit the Sabres in the summer of 2023 with Thompson, Cousins, Samuelsson, Asplund set to become restricted free agents. I'm on the 31% side on that one. I think we should make a splash, and it could be the right-handed defenseman. It could be a goaltender, but I think, and I'm talking a splash guys of $5 million and under. I'm not talking go and sign somebody for like $9 million. No way. All right, let's get to the next one. Here we go. Victor Olofsson is the Sabres' main restricted free agent. What should the team do? 59.5% say they should sign him short term. 26.3% say sign him long term. 14.2% explore a trade. When healthy and on his game, Olofsson is one of the Sabres' most lethal snipers. He's also had goal droughts caused by injury and ineffectiveness. Let's not forget that. Everybody uses the injury bug as the reason. No, there's ineffectiveness in there too. The winger is finishing a contract that paid him $3.25 million this season, and he'll be looking for a raise. More than 85% of fans want to keep him, and 59.5% say it should be on a short-term deal. 100% with that. Yeah. No, don't move him unless we get something really worthwhile. And if we do sign him, 3 years. No more. 3 years. And that because he'll still be young enough that he could still cash in for another 6-year deal even after that, depending on how his career is going. All right, let's keep it moving. We got 6 more, guys. Let me open it up. Should the Sabres trade one of their 3 first-round draft picks? This surprised me. 57.2% say yes. 42.8% say no. The biggest decision for General Manager Kevin Adams at the July 7th draft will be how many players to pick, not who to pick. Buffalo owns its first round selection, plus those belonging to Florida and Vegas, provided the Golden Knights don't land in the top 10. The Sabres have just begun to deepen their pipeline. So adding 3 more top prospects is a good idea because Buffalo may be ready to contend before its late first rounders can contribute. It's also a good idea to flip a pick for a player. Adams needs to decide which good idea is better. Fans give a nod toward making a trade, but it's hardly a blow-up. I want to keep the picks. But, hey, if Philadelphia calls us and say, we'll take one of those lower draft picks for Carter Hart, I'm listening. Next one. How would you rate Don Granato as coach? 58.8% gave him a 4 out of 5. 34% gave him a 5 on 5. 7% gave him a 3 on 5. More than 1/3 of the fans say Don Granato is as good as they come. Nearly 93% gave him a 4 or a 5 out of 5. Coaching is definitely among the least of Buffalo's worries. I like Don Granato, even when we were losing, but I have an issue when it comes to this team's lack of physicality. And I believe it will be addressed. I do really believe that. I think they have a plan, and that's why we're not seeing such a physical team yet. I will say yet. We say yet as Sabres fans. Next clip. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong clip. All right, here we go. Next clip. This is the only long one. Should the Pegulas get booed appearing at Sabres games or events? 59.4% say no, 40.6% say yes. The booing of Terry and Kim Pegula became a debate on Rick Generate night. The unveiling of the announcer's banner in the rafters was an unforgettable event full of fun and celebration. But there were hearty boos when the Pegulas were introduced during the ceremony. Veteran announcer Brian Duff quieted the noise by saying, in a rapid delivery, here's to celebrate RJ. We have owners Terry and Kim Pegula, along with Sabres general manager Kevin Adams, Rick's broadcast partners who were witness to history, including the family of the late Ted Darling. The quick turn from the Pegulas to the rest saved the owners from longer and louder jeers. Some said that was not the time or the place for boos, and it detracted from Generate's night. Others said because the Pegulas rarely appear in Saberland, it's believed that there was 778 days between on-ice appearances. It was a chance for the fans to make their displeasure known about losing, layoffs, price hikes, missteps, and more. Regardless, 6 out of 10 respondents said that the Pegulas shouldn't be booed, while 4 out of 10 are in favor of jeering the owners at Sabres games and events. I 100% don't think they should be booing them, myself. I know that the decade was brutal, and the sacrifices were made to tank and everything, and it backfired. And of course, they're going to look like the bad guys, but I think our fan base is just too good for that, to be honest. I was kind of surprised at them that they booed a bit, but at the same time, we're a passionate fan base, and it faded fast. It didn't last long, so it's not really a topic. All right, 2 more. Here we go. Buffalo is reportedly bringing back the black goathead as a 3rd jersey. Which Sabres uniforms colors do you like? Royal blue or black and red? 81.9% said royal blue, 18.1% black and red. It's a landslide decision. Fans called long and hard for the organization to return to royal blue, which it did last season. Black and red will be a nice addition to the rotation, especially for fans who grew up during the late 1990s and early 2000s, but blue is royalty. And that's 100% where I stand. I don't mind, though, coming back with the goathead as a 3rd. It's fine. Why not? Why not be the one team in the league that does 2 completely different color schemes and it works? It's fine with me. I love that logo. And we had probably our best playoff success in our history in it. We did, actually. Not probably. We did. We had our best playoff success in our history in that logo. So I got no problem bringing back the goat as a 3rd, but keep it as a permanent 3rd. Stop with this changing of these, coming out the butter knives in blue and gold. I don't know what that was about still. But anyway, let's keep moving. Last one. Will Patrick Kane ever be a Sabres forward? 74.9% say no, 25.1% say yes. Things could get interesting in July 2023. The Sabres may be the aforementioned 1 or 2 players away from being a cup contender. Coincidentally, Buffalo-born Patrick Kane is scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent. Only 25% believe a hookup will happen before the 33-year-old retires and heads to the Hall of Fame. I kind of got a gut feeling, I'm going to close with this, I got a gut feeling that Patrick Kane will wind up a Sabre to close his career. I just do. There's nothing, Chicago's right now, we're way ahead in development than they are right now. And it wouldn't make sense for him to stay in Chicago because it's a nothing happening franchise at the moment. And right now, Chicago is early stages of rebuilding, really, So I could see Kane coming home, finishing out his career in Buffalo. It's the logical conclusion to a great career. It really is. So it's kind of the way I see it, guys. All right, that's it. Let's cut this short as I can. I mean, I'm running, I don't know how many minutes now, but I'm running. So let's kill it there. I got another video coming your way. See you then.